Hey, this is Aaron Shaw with MoveMend. We've been using the functional movement screen since day one here at MoveMend, and the goal is that we can take a tool that our personal trainers and our physical and occupational therapists can use to communicate how well a person is moving and possibly how well they're going to be able to tolerate a personal training program, and even maybe signal if they need proper physical therapy assessment.
What I really like about the FMS or functional movement screen is that it really gives us a baseline and a way to kind of build somebody's workout routine. Not everyone moves the same, and this screen allows us to kind of figure out what people's specific and individualized imbalances are.
The tool is 7 movements that lets us see how well people are moving, how symmetrical their movements are, and the big thing that we can take away from this is that if people aren't moving very well, then we need to pause for a second before we start loading their movements.
We can really cater to them and what their needs are through corrective exercises before we then move on to maybe their higher level goals. And so it really builds a good, strong foundation before we start to load and then push them through higher level activity. This is a great tool for somebody who's coming in off the street, who we've never met before, or if it's somebody who's moving from PT or OT to training, because we are able to then get a real foundation for what their training program is going to be.
We use this functional movement screen as a way to make sure people are moving safely, moving well, and when there are asymmetries, as we all have, there's some very specific corrective things we can do to help people move better. And then as they move better, then we start putting more load on them, giving people more challenging things to do so they can meet their goals but do it in a safe sort of way.
And what's great about MoveMend is that we want you to move well before you start to move often. And that's when once you start moving well, that's when we really add that load on. That's when we really start to build upon your foundation and then get you to your goals in a safe way. So if you're interested in getting an FMS screen and getting all that wealth of information that comes from it, then I recommend coming into MoveMend and doing your functional movement screen.